90.5.
Gerard Stein, groter as Goliath op GROOTfm 90.5. Ook voor dit Jan Blom met Levi Jeans, Michael Mountjoy met Porselein Mossie. 17 minute oor 7 is jou Weeksdae Vibes saam met my Venita en ons bring vanaand die behoorlike vibes. I'm going to switch to my best English tonight because this is a chat that I have literally been waiting for. And it's a chat not just across from me, but literally across oceans. He said I can call him Stefan, but I prefer Stefan because it sounds a lot more fancier. How are you?
Yes, I'm very good. How are you? How's South Africa?
South Africa is, at that point where it's almost warm for spring, but almost just like still a little bit of a touch of winter. So we're enjoying the vibes and we need music to keep our flame and our heat going. So that is why you are on tonight.
We have that for you.
That makes
we have flowers in Japan like a ghost, whatever you want. Mm-hmm. You can play it.
I'm ready for it. So just to get a little bit of a basis going. So you are from the band called Kensington Road. You're Berlin based. So let me ask a little bit about, taking your music to the world. How has that been doing? Obviously, you've reached South Africa, so
yeah,
you've made it.
It's doing well. It's quite exciting, actually. We love going international. Every band wants to play outside their town, in your own country, tour. And if you go international, that's a big step for everybody, and that's very exciting. And I'm very excited to talk to you in GROOTfm and all the listeners. And I really hear you enjoying the music, and that's the best any musician can hear.
So let's get a little bit of background information. Chapter 1 on Kensington Road. It's not just, it's been a journey. It's been a road, if I can say it like that, because no one just wakes up and you have overnight success. I know a lot of people just listening to music think that's what happens, but you guys have a whole story.
No.
When specifically, what year, how long have we been working on this story?
Probably since I can think. Since I picked up my first guitar, in school band, dreaming about it. And then I went to Canada. That's where the name derives from, Kensington Road. I stayed there. I started playing music when I was 19. Before I started, but realizing I want to make this my profession, my job. And then slowly sweet talk my parents into it.
Nice,
sort of, and have it as a side job. Do all this stuff musicians do. Play small clubs, and sometimes it's a bit bigger. Then you go back to very small clubs, and then you think you're never going to make it. And if you keep at it for a long time, our first album, Domidor, 2018 went into the German charts, and that was a big party for us. Small indie band, reaching the top 30. That was awesome. And if you still keep at it, then sometimes you end up on GROOTfm 90.5 in South Africa.
Stop it, I like it. No, it really is, because it's so amazing how South African artists wish they can get to, Berlin, to Germany, to Europe is a very big thing when it comes to specific sounds of music. Specifically for South African artists, we are there's so many diverse genres. So bringing music into South Africa and taking it out is a whole different type of ball game, because you are also, just like South Africa, very exposed to a lot of genres coming and going in your music scene. So what stuck for you a lot more with the sound of Kensington Road?
I think it's just songs that speak directly from the heart, and the sound is like I always listen to guitar music, and even with modern music, and it's changing, but you still have guitars, and it will always be like that. If it's a harder guitar or if it's a soft acoustic guitar, if you can play a song on a campfire or on a braai, drinking brandy and coke, if you can play a song and it works there, and everybody gets a goosebumps, like, dude, what's that? Yeah, I wrote that. Okay, cool. And you should be on the radio, and that's how this actually the song Brandy and Coke, our new song, came about. It's a funny story because I wrote it in South Africa for a friend. We got stuck in 2021 with the COVID.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, well, you can get stuck in a worse place than South Africa, especially when it's winter in Berlin, because that's horrible.
Oh, yeah.
No, we didn't, we didn't want to go home at that point. That was 2021 when Omicron was around, because we would have, stuck in the apartment for 2 weeks over Christmas, couldn't go out. So let's stay in South Africa. We stayed at a friend's place. And that was one of the best times we ever had. We have 2 small twin boys. They were 1.5 at the time, so we had that was the time of our lives. And I wrote a song about that, and it's a love song for South Africa and for South Africans, and this is I want to give this back to you. It actually belongs to South Africa.
I really love that, and I love how off the bat you wrote a love song for South Africa. You referred to a night out or good time as a braai. I feel like there's a little bit of part South African inside of you as well, and we're going to get to so many things. We're going to get to some new music and continue the story. We're also just going to take a quick break. Dit is GROOTfm 90.5 Boegley G met Weeksdae Vibes en ons gaan bietjie internasionaal vanaand. Stefan van Kensington Road hierso op my skerm vanaand, net om vir jou te sê dat later in die week sal hierdie video ook beskikbaar wees op al ons sosiale media platforms. En soos wat ons van lig af bietjie gesels het, het ek die skok van my lewe gekry. I really had the shock of my life when Stefan told me he didn't know what a koeksister is, but yet he was in South Africa. Tell me a little. Did your friend keep you in their house and just decide to not expose you to all of the South African cultures? Or did your friend do this purposely so you can visit South Africa again?
Probably the latter, I think. No, it's I think we got exposed to everything, but obviously not. Obviously not. But he was so genuinely South African. Ruan, hello if you hear this.
Hello, Ruan. Could you need koeksisters for Stefan gegee nie?
Please, yes, please. But he brought everything he could find in his freezer. Everything was there.
Nice.
We had everything. He dove for the mussels in the ocean, and he gets okay. We got everything.
You had an 8.5 out of 10 experience of South Africa, so that means you need to come back and live some of your music or perform some of your music here in South Africa. We are talking also new album. Charlie is Alive came out this year. Welcome to your new project.
Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit.
Okay, I think I have. Yeah.
Are you back?
Okay, come again. Yeah, I'm back. There was a
delay.
Okay.
I'm blaming it on you. We don't have load shedding anymore.
Never.
So you do have your latest album, Charlie is Alive, that came out this year. Congratulations on working on another project.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about the vibe of this project. You said a lot of guitar music that you listen to, storytelling. So does this reflect in the new album?
A lot, yes, very much so. It's more. It's a quieter album. The one before was very up-tempo rock and roll kind of vibey, and this one is actually about Charlie. It's my uncle who passed away last year, so it's actually quite a sad story. But it's not that we were really close, and it's not a homage to him. It's an homage to life, and because I was the last one to actually see him alive or passing away, and that really shook me. It was really hard, and everybody has these experiences in life, and if you want it or not, you kind of have to deal with that. And I realized my uncle and me, we were very similar in some we like music and stuff, and I didn't my whole life I kind of lived without knowing that. We were more similar than me and my dad, for instance. And I realized that this is kind of a missed chance. Maybe I kind of missed out on a cool uncle, probably. But we got along. But I never had the cool uncle. He was never really around. And so I wrote this whole album about it. Also, the single Flowers in Japan. It's about not missing any chances anymore. Grab life. And just take it and not let these chances go by. To actually find out that you have a cool uncle, or talk to that person who might later become your wife, and if you miss that chance, actually taking chances and enjoying life to the fullest. That's why it's called Charlie's Alive and not Charlie's Dead. Right? It's about living life to the fullest. Even though it's a bit sad at times.
Yes.
It's a bit sad at times, of course, but life is a circle, and that's about the flower. That's also the flowers in Japan talk about that too. That's the song you've been playing. It's about the spring flower bloom in Japan, which doesn't care what all the bad things that happen and stuff. It blooms also in the jacaranda trees in South Africa. It's the same, right?
Yes.
When they bloom, they don't care about all the misery and that you've been through, and they remind you that life is a circle, and maybe you have to see it like that, and it kind of maybe gives some consolation to whatever you feel like. And it's about embracing life, the whole album.
The message, what I'm getting that you are talking about, is literally trying to cancel out the what ifs, because I think life has a lot of what ifs in it. Like, what if I spent more time with my cool uncle? I have the same experience with my granddad on my dad's side. I've realized as I got older, because he passed away at such a young age for me, like, we have the same interest, and I was like, what if he was around? What if I visited him more? It's kind of cancelling that out and making a mental note of taking the chances. Like you said, I love that, because people need that in life. Life is so rushed. Life is so busy. We forget to calm down, stand still, and enjoy what's around us.
Yeah. I couldn't have said it better.
Thank you. I will go on tour with you. Thank you.
Yes, please. And explain it to the people. Listen to that song. That it's about life.
I'm literally going to go and bump into someone like, did you know this is a song about his uncle? Like, it's so cool. You should come again.
But it's positive. It's positive. Buy a t-shirt.
Yes. Like, buy the t-shirt. Literally, and on the t-shirt at the back, we will put, it's positive. Yeah. There we go. Merch.
Yeah. It's good.
Merch is done and dusted.
Yes.
I love that. Perfect. I also want to talk about a song that I'm going to focus on tonight here on the show. It's called Like a Ghost. So please explain to me the positive side of Like a Ghost, because you do say it's positive. So I'd like to find that in this.
Because you're a smart woman, Venita. Because that's a very dark song. Actually, it's about the Kensington Road, and it's. I think it's my favorite song of the band, or of all the material. Because if you go on Kensington Road, our homepage, or Google it, you'll find a lot of songs. But this one is one of my favorites. It's about the Kensington Road in Canada. It's again about losing someone, and I'm. Kind of taking the perspective of the partner of that person, running around in an empty house, scared what will happen and everything. And the consolation that song is, at the end I'm singing, the end of the world is a secret no one knows. It's also about this, it's going to happen to everyone. It's horrible. You feel horrible now, and no one can help you. You can share luck, You can go to a bar and, buy beers for everybody and say, oh, that guy's in a really good mood today. But if you're miserable, if you're losing someone, and I'm sure everybody has experienced that. It's the worst feeling, and you cannot. No one, friends can come and say, "Yeah, I'm so sorry for," but no one can take the weight off your shoulders. Like, you have to deal with that yourself. So the idea is to say, well, the end of the world is a secret no one knows, and your footsteps make no sound, and because you're gone. But maybe it helps that, again, it's a circle, and you will get better, and you will meet at the end in some place. So that's what Like a Ghost is about.
I can't wait to play it out. We still have a final section to get to, talking about what's happening in the future, talking about the people that you share a stage with as well, and just where we can follow you on this journey. So stay tuned, bly ingeskakel op GROOTfm. Dit is Florence and Machine op GROOTfm 90.5 met My Love. En ek het nog op die lyn Stefan van Kensington Road op GROOTfm 90.5. It's actually funny, because you say, though, even though a lot of people call Afrikaans kitchen Dutch and a off-brand of German, you're like, I don't understand what you're saying, my girl. You are.
No, It sounds beautiful, but whatever you're talking about, I don't have a clue.
It's okay. It's fine. You know what? You're going to come back. You're going to learn the lingo, the universal language of South Africa. We have 12 languages, and I can't even speak all 12. And then I'm going to come and visit you guys, and then we're going to swap languages. How does that sound?
It's only one language here, but it's German and Bavarian.
Exactly. That's what I literally like. Even if it's like one language, it's like Mandarin. It's difficult.
It is.
I already told you off air. The only thing I can say in German is hospital. So we need to.
Why?
I don't know.
We need to work on that. We need to work on the hospital.
I think I saw it once on a TV show, or most probably, TikTok is a thing, and someone was like, it sounds aggressive no matter what you say, and they probably said Krakenhaus, and I was like, that does sound aggressive, I'm not going to lie. But what is not aggressive is you guys on stage. So tell me a little bit about you and your band on stage, just like literally the ambiance that you protrude.
Yeah, we talked a lot about positivity and getting a good vibe together, and that's every live show should be about that with every band pretty much. Trying to get that connection between you and the audience, letting them sing along and just have a great evening and connect in what way. I talk a lot about the songs, pretty much what we're doing right now. I tell them what the song is about, and we'll drink beer, obviously, and have fun, and have a little bit of everything. Not just party, rock and roll. It's a lot about entertainment, obviously, and about partying and having a good evening. But we also talk about this is a sad song, and it's about this and that. Mm-hmm. And we realized that we were just on tour in May in Germany, and it was quite interesting to see that like songs like Flowers in Japan, which is a low song, it's slow, it's quiet. People are loving that song, singing along, and it really translates when you speak from the heart, and that's the most important thing. Pretty much in whatever you do in life, just let your heart do the talking, and hopefully people will connect to that.
Oh, it's beautiful. Let your heart do the talking. I think vulnerability is a very difficult thing to overcome these days, because you don't want to be vulnerable. You don't want to get hurt. You don't necessarily want your heart to talk because you're so afraid of the criticism it's going to get. So you guys on stage, talking about positivity, telling your stories, it's kind of like a little bit of motivation for those. And I love using this reference, saying like, I have all of these feelings, but I don't necessarily have the talents to put it into words. Then I connect with your music, and then there's the words that I've been searching for. And then I'm like, I found it. And it's like calmness just running over you.
Yeah, good. Great.
That's how it feels. So, with the album that came out in May, it's been a while. You said you did do tours. You are now hopefully back in studio, back on the road. Tell me, what is the rest of 2024 holding for you guys?
We're going to have another show this Friday, and then we're actually going to Canada with the family. Going to Iceland and Canada for a little trip and vacation, and see if we can do some promo there on the side for the band, and then come back. We'll have some small shows lined up in the UK, and have some more shows in Germany, and then hopefully go to South Africa.
There it is. There it is. I was waiting. I was waiting for when I can come. I don't have the connections to get into Canada or enough to buy a visa for Europe. So come. Thank you. You are welcome.
Yeah, yep. We're coming. We're definitely coming. November, December, maybe January. We're going to stay a bit longer and hopefully do some shows. They're working on it right now. Mm-hmm. And if someone listens, book us, please. We're good. we enjoy what we do. We don't want much money. Well, let's not talk about money on the radio.
I'll be the booking agent in South Africa. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah. All right. Excellent. No, please. We'll tour the coast and do some stuff. We go to Gauteng and on Joburg and play some shows there, and we're so excited. We can't wait.
Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come and have a chat here on Weeksdae Vibes, Weekday Vibes at GROOTfm. I really do appreciate it, and I can't wait for you guys to be in South Africa. Honestly, my studio door is always open. Bring the gang, bring the guitars, come jam and show us a live experience of Kensington Road. I think it's this is what the show misses for 2024. That's what's missing. You guys coming to me and having a jol.
Thank you, well. Venita.
That's all I could do. Krankenhaus to you too, hey?
Krankenhaus. Krankenhaus, Venita. Krankenhaus. Well, thank you very much for having us. We love to see y'all in South Africa when we come, and we're gonna have a great evening. We're gonna have a bride together, drink brandy and coke. And Venita, we're gonna get a special song out for you. I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna go in the bedroom and write it now, or in the kitchen.
Oh, I love it. And then we're going to sell our positivities, and I'm going to bump people and tell them this is a positive song. You know what? We just became best friends. It's there. It's fine. We're besties for the resties.
I'm in.
Oh, I love it. Have a beautiful evening. Here on GROOTfm 90.5. For the very first time, I'm focusing on Like a Ghost because I want to feel that feeling. It's amazing, ek sê vir jou.
GROOTfm 90.5